Hey bro, can you go over that Jackfrags video you were talking about earlier? Okay, you know what? Sure, let's do it. The only reason I'm saying let's do it is because I was gonna make a whole video about it, but I did have a notepad ready. Let's talk about it. He made some really good points, and I love Jackfrags. You know, disclaimer, I love him, no hate. One of my favorite YouTubers I watched growing up on Battlefield. But I mean, honestly, I'm gonna make this a video, right? So we might as well. Let's just talk about it.
Let it go, let it out, let it go, let it out.
Okay. Bet I have a little notepad thingy right here, like what he gets right, what he gets wrong. We're gonna go ahead and talk about it. I like the video, I give it a thumbs up. So first he starts off talking about the game and how it looks a lot different than the alpha, and I agree, it looks much better. It looks insanely good now compared to the alpha, it's not even close. He makes a couple points here. He says the UI looks basic and temporary, which if you guys didn't know, the UI does look pretty bad in this game. We're gonna go ahead and listen to him once we get to like the more negatives, but I just want to make sure you guys know from me personally as a content creator, he is basically right for 99% of this video, except, well, not 99%. He makes a lot of good points. It gets to a certain point where he starts criticizing it, and some of his criticisms were just, I feel like, very subjective and not objective. Like, for example, right, if you guys look at my notepad, objectively, the UI of Marathon does look basic and temporary. What is that? You know, like, this to me, I get the concept, it looks cool, but this doesn't really look like a game that's ready to come out. It looks very temporary. No immediate threat people must work towards. In Arc Raiders, there'll be like a matriarch, you know what I'm saying? Which is true, and Arc Raiders doesn't seem to have shown that. They did show this right here, which he's showing gameplay of right now, where it's basically like background events that can happen, special events. If you guys ever played like Destiny, like patrols or something, obviously much more upscaled and bigger event, like, and like people can probably help each other and do this. One of the gameplay videos they actually showed recently, the Rook Squad, was actually people helping each other. So maybe, hopefully, that happens more consistently. Radio communication wheel needs more players, and instruments need more players, more hardcore audience. Yeah, basically what I was saying here, he was basically saying in Arc Raiders people have instruments and stuff, right? Basically Arc Raiders has his instrument, shout out to this guy. And honestly, this does bring the community together, I'm sorry. Sometimes I just pull out the recorder and I start going crazy in the recorder, you know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is tough, this shit is tough. There's no denying it, right? Oh, whoa. Hey! Are y'all hearing this? This is a banger, but this is what I'm saying. So shit like this brings the community together. He's basically saying there needs to be more items that brings people together, and I agree with that. But I think Arc Raiders is definitely much more casual. Marathon's going for a more crazy approach, but I can't lie. As a business perspective, fam, these instruments and these communication wheels and everything they add bring clips to the game on TikTok and Instagram. And those clips go viral, then more people see the game, then it's marketing in and of itself. What's my next point? It says AI looks boring and are just bullet sponges. That's true. I agree with that as well. So this was that Rook Squad video they released. The AI do look better, but in my opinion, they do look like, look at them, bro. Like, I get it, like, they're just some bot enemies, you know, but the AI don't look too smart. Like, they do just look like kind of like Destiny bullet sponges. I was kind of hoping they would lean more towards Halo Elites, maybe some Halo Reach Elites. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if y'all ever played Halo Reach on Legendary, that's what I kind of wanted the enemies to be like. Right now, see, they just walked out of the door like some Destiny ads and they're just getting fried. And I get it, they're being shot by like 8 people, and this is maybe just how this building operates. But to be honest, even when you played something like Halo as a kid, even on Legendary mode, something as simple as a grunt had its own AI that was unique. So I feel like if we were doing that back then, where every single enemy was unique, maybe, just maybe, we can try to do that for this game, you know what I'm saying? Especially if it's an extraction shooter, you know? Like, it's hard to compete when Arc Raiders has their little machine learning BS. I don't even know if that shit is true. I haven't heard about it and I felt it. They feel pretty smart in that game. Pretty smart. But yeah, that's where, like, these are the points he made that I 100% agree with. I kind of wish the AI were more Halo-like. And now let's talk about low-key what was wrong, you know what I'm saying? The first point he made, I think, was around here, right?
One of the problems with the game, in my opinion, what I mean by that is that they still have these named heroes in the game, or shells, archetypes as they call them. And it makes it look and feel more like a battle royale or an arena shooter game. I think extraction game fans are looking to be a grunt, a nobody. There's nothing special about you. You're not a superhero.
So there you go, that's his point. But yeah, basically his first thing he's saying is, says the heroes are bad, you want to be a grunt. To be completely honest, I disagree. You're saying in extraction shooters in the genre, and I know extraction shooters is a fairly new genre, so let's not act like it's pre-established. It's not like it's a JRPG with over 40 years of genre experience, and it just needs to be the way it is. You know, you play an Atlas game, you play a Square Enix game, you know what the formula is, you know what I'm saying? You play a Souls game now even. So to say that this is what the genre wants and this is what the fans want is not the point of Marathon. Marathon is not here to tell you we are trying to cash in on the audience that exists. Marathon is I'm trying to cash in on the new audience and the audience that exists. There's a difference. So Arc Raiders did something similar and they owned it. They did it when it comes to a grunt extraction shooter. Arc Raiders did it. Arc Raiders does it so well, in fact. Why would I want Marathon to be the same thing? Because it's first person, I'll just go play Tarkov. What's the point? The heroes is what brings it's what cuts the edge. You know what I'm saying? The fact that we are running heroes, or shells as he calls it, is what makes the game unique. It's what brings the game identity. They have a story behind them, why they're running. We even see it in the cinematic where Vandal, right here actually, she's like, that's my lucky charm. You know, she wakes up a million times. She keeps forgetting her memory slowly. That's kind of the appeal of the game, right? So he basically says he wants more Arc Raider-like gadgets and abilities. Like, I disagree with that, like, to be completely honest. So the abilities, once again, make it what it is. Oh man, like I'm gonna just lead it to the next point, which he says the fights are more unpredictable when everyone is a grunt. Why is that a good thing? Like, it's a point. He's actually right. The thing is, why is predictability a bad thing? You play Overwatch. I know it's an extraction versus a hero shooter 6v6, but you play Overwatch. I see a Winston. I'm not going in against a Winston on Genji. You know what I'm saying? I see a Titan. I know damn well if I get too close to this guy or if he's sprinting at me with a shotgun, I'm going to get shoulder charged with a damn Matador. He's going to place a wall if he needs to take space. The predictability is a good thing. It allows for counterplay. Not every extraction shooter needs to be, what the fuck is this guy running? What the fucking kind of grunt is this? This is a Il Toro Anvil grunt. One of the sweatiest PvP players. Like, what the, not every time, bro. Like, sometimes I would like to see, oh, this is an assassin. I should be more cautious. Now that I see the assassin, I should maybe focus more on audio because he's invisible, right? Depending on how he spec'd his invisibility, how invisible is he truly? Does he have mods that lower his footstep noise? Maybe now that I know he's assassin, I look for the water on the floor and I see if the water ripples. If the water ripples, maybe I can look to see where he is. So that counterplay is a good thing. Oh man, I love it. And another thing he says, which is right here in this video, he says weapon mods are stretched too far for him, but that's what Bungie is known for and is what will make the build crafting so amazing and different. He says too far in the fantasy shooter direction. Welcome to Bungie. Yes, okay. Weapon mods being a stretch is crazy. The entire point of Bungie games is kind of the whole build crafting, maybe not so much in Halo. But they started to dabble with it more in Reach, and obviously you guys saw how it went with 5 and 4. But yeah, like Destiny has been Bungie's baby for the last 10 years. There's no denying it. And it's build crafting central. As much as we want to hate on Destiny, and Destiny being the absolute shit show that it is today, with like 8,000 players and it's doing absolutely horrible, it is still a successful live service shooter, which has done numbers. I'm sorry, being able to spec more into invisibility, being able to spec more into like fire rate, into ad clear, into sprint speed, being able to have crazy synergy where you can churn, they said this in one of the Vidocs, you can churn the freaking pistol into a needler from Halo. Come on, bro. Come on, that's sick. Would you rather that, or would you rather just, oh, an anvil every time? You know, like some people prefer the anvil. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but I'm saying different is good here. We want different. That's exactly what we're aiming for. We do not want another Tarkov Arc Raiders. Okay, and the last point he made is art style is a hurdle. To be honest, the one thing Bungie never misses on is the art style. Dude, the guns looking blocky. The art style is a part of the way the game is. You know what I'm saying, Jackie Boo? Dude, look at this shit, bro. What kind of game looks like this? This is one of those games where if they pull it off and they start their own little genre. You know, like this art style is so good. I've also been seeing people say it looks like AI, like actual AI, like chatgpt. You're crazy. AI doesn't innovate, right? AI only copies and replicates. This looks like nothing we've seen before in terms of art style. It just looks very unique. New caloric joints, you know what I'm saying, type shit. I actually hard disagree. One of the biggest praises Marathon ever gets, and this is universal almost, is the art style and the music. Just look at the weapons and shit, bro. Look at this. Actually, whether we go from Marathon to Halo to Destiny back to Marathon, It does not matter. They look a certain way. And even if we look at the original Marathon gameplay, this game was made like what? Like really old. This is like maybe 90s, maybe even the 80s. I'm not 100% positive. I will be doing a playthrough of this on my Twitch, so you guys should check it out. But basically, yeah, bro, like, look at this shit from the 90s or 80s. Like, this shit looks like straight out of Alien vs. Predator. Look how crazy this shit looking. Like, even for its time, you can tell it's meant to look crazy. It's not meant to look like some bot shit. So yeah, that's what they're known for. And that was basically it for the Jackfrags video. Once again, no hate to Jackfrags. That's my fucking boy. I love him. I've been watching him. Oh, bro. You know what? Little throwback, if y'all know. Battlefield 4 Megalodon. And yeah, it was a great video. I left it a thumbs up overall. And I'm just going to give you a little community reaction. He said, hot take. Okay, so first comment. Let's go by top. Are we sorting by top? Yeah. Top comment on this video is, hot take. Now every extraction shooter has to feel exactly the same. Arc Raiders is great, but I don't want another Arc Raider or Tarkov. Otherwise, what's the point? Exactly what I said, right? I like how colorful it is. It feels like a lot of games these days are drab. See? So I'm really love Jackfrags community for calling him out on that. If you see the video itself has a lot of likes and only like, it had about like 10% dislikes, which is not that bad. Not bad at all, actually. But it just shows you that people are willing to stand on business, and I actually love that. So you see, this guy says, if I had the same art style as Tarkov or Arc, I would have written off immediately. Absolutely. You missed the point of these being these shells are hollow but filled with souls, and you're a mercenary here to do a job of retrieving valuable assets. I agree, and I said it as to the lore. It's dope. So you kind of are a grunt in a way, but you're not your typical boring grunt. So yeah, everyone is basically disagreeing. I disagree with the shell opinion. The interaction has been in the game since the first alpha. Okay. There you go. I didn't know about that. Man, I love Arc Raiders, but fuck, just the first person alone is interesting. I would give Marathon a shot. See, people are actually liking it, and I like it when Jack speaks his mind. I agree. Actually, Jack, make more videos like this. This is good. Because I love having this open discussion about what makes things good and what made things wrong. I mean, obviously, you made some really good objective points to agree with you on, but I think some of them were also subjectively disaligned with what I would perceive of what Marathon was trying to do. But yeah, it was great overall. W fucking video, Jack. If you got to this point of the video, make sure you check out the Twitch. And I'm saying, all right, okay. Do the outro or whatever. I still have no outro. I'm like War Owl.